I
All
don't know
right.
why. I never liked lasers.
It's space, man. Well, it's like Star Wars. Do you
I,
like Star Wars?
I do like Star Wars, yeah. Maybe if the lasers sounded like Star Wars lasers, I would play with them.
Yeah. I mean, laser sword is a lot cooler than like a projectile sword, right?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome, Rainbeard. Thank you for being on this show, my man.
Hey, Shave, I'm glad to be here.
Man, the talk around you is starting to grow more and more every day. You became a big pirate now.
It wasn't always that way.
Yeah, like I don't know every pirate in Sweden, and I for sure didn't know you a couple of months ago. So what did you do before that? Were you a pirate?
I've always been a pirate, but I started off really small.
All right, okay. So first off, what corporation and alliance are you in?
I'm with Spanish Inquisition and with the Flying Circus Alliance.
All right. Now, I always ask this, but why the name, Captain Rainbeard?
Captain Rainbeard. All right. So my gaming title for many years has always been Sound of Rain and other games I've played, and I just didn't feel like it fit with my pirate lifestyle in Eve. So I wanted to keep the rain and changed it to Captain Rainbeard.
Okay. I thought there was some kind of pirate that I didn't know about. I kind of know my pirate lore.
I'm starting my own lore.
Yeah, that's the best thing. If you want someone to make a lore video for you, I can do that. I've done a few.
All right.
So, let's start from the beginning. What game did you come from before Eve Echoes?
Before Eve Echoes, I played a lot of, the massive multiplayer onlines like EverQuest, and I did some PlanetSide. But I've always been fascinated with the game Eve. I used to play Eve online when I was on and off for many years, but I just never had the time investment to sit down in front of a computer for so many hours.
Yeah.
So Echoes was a real blessing, being able to, pull out my phone and play for a few minutes, put it back away, and go on with my life.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me see my kids. They started screaming for some, I don't know, reason.
Oh, go help the kids.
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
I got 4 kids, man.
4. Nice.
4. Do you get kids?
I have 5.
Oh, dude, it's not often people say they have more kids than me.
Yeah, kids are a blessing. I love them.
Dude, kids are amazing. It's not good if you want to play EVE Online, though, as you say. You don't have the time.
That's why I like Echoes.
That's why I think I put every time that I have, like my own personal time, into just playing Echoes. Until I started YouTube. Then I put it at YouTube instead. But yeah, Eve Echoes, like that. I mean, kids are a blessing, but Eve Echoes was a real blessing too. I mean, I also played EVE Online, but I quit it as soon as EVE Echoes launched. Was that the same for you?
Yeah.
Did you start on day one?
It was. EVE Echoes, I started just a week later. I wish I started on day one. I would get that nice, day one core. But I missed out on that one.
Yeah, gotcha.
But my family and my kids, like you were saying, is probably the reason I'm such a big pirate now, and I really love soloing because I never had time to sit down for the CTAs and big long fleet PvP roams. I was always forced to solo, and that's just what I enjoy.
All right, so let me get you a scenario here. This is my life, all right? I go up in the morning, I make breakfast, and I see that when the kids are eating, I got about 35 minutes to play the game. And I go out and I do some PvP and then I log, right? And about, I don't know, 5 hours later, I got another half hour. Is that pretty much your life too?
That's my life, man. We're like brothers in this game.
I always get questions to like, hey Chief, can I fly with you? And I'll be like, yeah, I would love you to, but like I'm gonna ping you. We got, some red minutes to do that. And you have to be on
Yeah.
like where I am. It's really hard. So that is exactly how you have it too. I'm amazed that, I'm not the only one, man. That's good. If you would explain how a day in Eve Echoes would look for you as a mobile gamer then.
Man, so a day in Eve Echoes with my family. I usually log on, check out what's in space around me before going off to work, and I'm rarely in my alliance space. I'm always primarily a low sec pirate. So I'll park my ships in mission runner systems, and in between breaks and going to work and dealing with my kids, I'll log on, try to get some cheeky kills in a few minutes, and typically log back off until I get back on again. But if I have the time to play for an hour or hour or two straight, then I'm just super tenacious. I'll follow you around and try to catch you, hours later if I can.
The great thing with a situation like you and me is that we can actually go to a place and we can log off and we can log back on and we can move to another place and log off and go back. So we are very hard to be we are very hard to catch, which is really good.
We are hard to catch unless sometimes I'm stupid and throw myself at impossible situations. I took a cyclone against 2 Macarials today just for fun.
How did that go?
And it didn't go well, but it was fun.
You never know. That is why I do it too. You never know. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be bad multiboxer. It could be 2 friends who just started the game, and you would have beat them.
Yeah, they could be AFK.
They could be AFK.
So, and that's a big philosophy. I love to take risk, especially when I'm punching up, because risk makes the game fun. If you're not taking risk and you're not going to lose a ship now and then, this game would be so boring to me.
Yeah. Like if you imagine having this game, but you don't lose anything, and you just gain and gain and gain until you have everything.
It wouldn't be.
Yeah,
I wouldn't play it.
No. No, I totally agree. So, so you are you're a pirate. So you would call yourself a pirate or just a PvPer?
I would call myself. I'm like in a mix right now. I'm stuck between being a pirate and a duelist. I started off as a pirate, and the more I became known as a pirate, the more people would want to fight me, but they didn't want to lose their ships, so they'd be like, "Hey, man, let's have a good fight. Stop that hole." And I started doing that, and it seems like I've kind of gotten stuck in that role. I fight all people in duels these days. But if I could catch you and I'm out hunting, I'll kill you and take all your stuff.
Sounds fair. So that is what you enjoy. That is pretty much what you do, right? You don't farm, pretty much like me. You don't go and do encounters to make money, right?
If I have to get ISK, I go farm and grind encounters, but it's one of the most despised things I do in this game. I hate it. I hate every minute of it. If I had the ability, I would stay out PvPing the entire time I was logged on.
Would you do PvE if there was a chance to get any good loot? In one of those rare occasions when that happens, would you think encounters would be more fun to do? Or would that still be boring?
No, I think that would make encounters more fun. Right now the encounter system is just a grind for ISK, and the items you get aren't really that best. You can't really use them for the ship. You're more looking for debris or things you could sell on the market for more ISK. But if you could find B-type items, I think I'd do more PvE.
Yeah, you're pretty much like me then. I mean, doing encounters, I just do it because I have nothing else to do and I want to do encounters. I don't do it to make money because that is where my marketing take place instead. But yeah, and I don't have time to farm for a couple hours every day. I mean, those hours I have to put on either PvP or doing my YouTube stuff, writing scripts or whatever. So yeah, I mean, we have a limited time and we have to do what's like what we feel is best for that time.
For sure.
So a solo player, solo PvP in eVegas, would you say it's easy for you at your situation right now? And was it like harder before, or how do you see it? Is it always hard? Do you die a lot?
It's definitely hard, but it's gotten a lot easier because it's just what I'm used to now. When I first started, I remember my heart was like pounding the first time I took a stabber fleet issue and I hunted down a venture, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I just killed someone. And that was the start of my PvP was adventure I found.
Yeah.
But then I started moving up. I'm fighting other well-known PvPers that I've seen, and I start winning against these guys, and
yeah.
It's just exciting. It's what I love doing. But I've lost so many ships. You can't be a pirate. You can't PvP without expecting to lose your ships, especially if you're going to take risk and go after those big juicy targets. I know you say you're a trophy pilot, right?
I've heard it. I don't say it myself, but I've heard it actually a couple of times. Yeah. But yeah.
I don't think I'm quite a trophy pilot. I still die quite often, and I started putting those on my YouTube channel too, because people love to see when their heroes or their favorite pirate gets killed too. So I'm going to share all of that.
Yeah, people like to see, even when people like we die. But as some people ask me now and then, like I get some DMs in game, and they say like, "Oh man, I like you, like you're great," or whatever, like you're a legend, and then after that, sometimes the question comes like, "Why do I die all the time? I mean, you probably haven't died any time," like And I was like, well, I haven't died one-on-one really, as I remember, maybe in the beginning. But dude, I die all the time. I die more than most people. And it's all because the way that I play, I always take the stupidest risks ever. And I do get these glorified kills. I do get some really nice stuff. But I mean, today I've died 3 times today. And I got 1 kill that I didn't even wanna, like, it's nothing to talk about. Now the death, like the times I died, it's not important, like it's not interesting enough to make a video of it. But I don't shy away from showing that I died, because I mean, if we would have an API in the game, my score would be really bad. I mean, I probably lost like, I don't know, a lot more than I won. But I mean, it depends on what you do. If you're a gate camper, then you have really nice scores. Like if you always in fleets and you always take down stations, you always get, like, it looks better, right? But I'm not after that. I am after the few seconds before I die and I win. That is why I do PvP, and I don't actually care for kill mails that way. So is that the same for you?
It is. I love it. I didn't know we had so much in common.
Yeah, but, well,
I saw you. I saw your last video when you were rushing virtual PG at his gate camp, and I was really rooting for you on those.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know I probably couldn't do it, but that is what triggers me. That is why I want to try, and that's why I died, and that's why I went back, and that's why I made my Vindicator, just to take him out. And even though I felt like this might not work, I did crunch the numbers, and I did actually make it so that this is gonna be a very cool fight. So it could work. If it would have worked, it would have been like amazing for me. If it doesn't work, then people say, well, it's a Balgorn, So I have no problem with losses. I have no problem with failure, because every time I fail, I learn something, and that is why I am the way I am today.
Yeah, and that's what people need to understand. If you're not learning, then you're going to get really frustrated with the game, because you're going to make the same mistake and lose way more ships than you have to.
Yeah. So a question I got, like something I think about. Now we're talking about we're having so much in common. I of course want to try to find stuff that we don't have in common now. So how about like
Yeah.
how do you go about find your targets?
I got two methods to find my targets. My favorite one is I'll just fly out to an anomaly and wait for pirates to find me. And
That's what I do.
they think sometimes I scan someone in a mission if I'm out hunting and they warp off, and I'm like, I'm just gonna take over their mission and wait for other pirates to find me.
Yeah.
But doing it that way is my favorite because the people who come in to attack you are going to be other pirates. They're combat oriented. They normally have really good loot,
Yeah.
good ships, and it can be a lot of fun if you get a fight. But the problem I'm having nowadays is after making some YouTube videos, everybody knows my name,
Yep.
and I'm not getting very many people warping in to fight me anymore.
Yeah. Have you been
So-
to different places?
I've been to different places. I
Okay.
mostly fly around the Caldari space. Maybe I'll move down to Galente or see what happens there.
Yeah, Synclyson
But,
is a nice area.
Like, I'll go check it out. Like 4 out of 5 players warping in the system, I know they're pirates and I know they're hunting because I'll be out in the middle of nowhere and then I'll get a PM saying, "Hey man, I love your videos. Good luck." And then they'll fly off.
Yeah.
I'm like, come fight. You could be in a video.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was in Providence actually today. And I thought maybe I should fly around in Providence and have a good time. And I had a really bad day, as I say. So I warp in and I land on right in a bubble and I got dual webbed. And there was a rook there. And I was in a dragoon. So I got like one-shotted. So that was like the start of it. And I was like, yeah, this is amazing Sheev warping around, I feel really good. But I did learn that, some days it's just bad. Anyway, I work back and I have another, I fly at Talos. And I fly around for give or take an hour, logging off and stuff because of the kids. And so anyway, I warp around and I don't see anything for about an hour. And then I get a PM from someone, I don't want to say his name, and he's like, "Hey, are you still in Providence?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm right here." And I post where I am because I had nothing to do. And he was like, "Can I come?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine. Yeah, let's do one-on-one." I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we do a one-on-one, and he was actually very close to take me. He came in a destroyer, and I was in a Talos, and I was not expected to fight smaller ships. I wanted to go for something larger. So I had issues, but I could actually like move my ship and align myself so that I could hit him, and I won. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he was
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
hard to do.
Yeah, it's really hard. I was like, this is not, fuck. I don't have the speed, so I can't move. But I actually made it, and I was like, "Yeah, cool." And I was very frank, and I said, "Dude, I didn't think my ship would handle it, but it did." So he was happy, I was happy, and I was warping away. And the funny part was like he moved the same way I did in his pod, but he moved faster than me. And I was like, I'm going to high sec to repair my armor, and then go back out maybe. But then he was there with his friends, of course, on the other side of the gate, and I got caught.
Oh man.
And yeah, and I got 2 disconnects in that bubble. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? I could just see my chat, so I was typing like, what is happening, guys? And I didn't see anything. Like my modules were turned off. I was like, dude, what? Okay, I will log, man. I just typed to them like, I will log and I'll be back. And I was like, I'm gonna be very dead. And I log back in and I see that I'm alive. I was like, okay, so they are not actually shooting me because they're like, stop shooting me. And they did stop shooting me, but I kind of died right after because I only had like a couple of structure left. But I mean, yeah, sure, I can do PvP with
pretty
people.
Cool. They did that for you.
Yeah. I mean, those are good guys, but it's still like you do the one-on-one, which is fine, which is fair. But when you move from there, then everyone else is like, Have you done your one-on-one? Yeah, I died. Okay, let's get him. So it's kind of bad do one-on-one. You have to be prepared to be ambushed later on. I mean, it's not their fault. It's just the way the game is.
Yeah, I hear you. Do you get that a lot? You have a lot of people ask you for 1v1?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If I go out, I'm not sure how it is for you, but I went like pretty much anywhere I go. There's always someone like, "Hey, I love your videos" or whatever. Not everyone say one-on-one, but as soon as I hang there for a bit, there's always one guy who say one-on-one, and
Yeah.
most of the time I'm already like warping around and having fights, so then it's kind of hard. But other times it's like 3-4 people say let's go for a one-on-one, and it's sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easier, but yeah, it definitely happens all the time. It's cool, man. People are really nice in the game. They want to beat me, and like if I die, it's that's fine.
I understand, and I get that. My experience is with the 1v1s, I haven't had a big double cross from anyone really. There's a small community of people who I know I can't trust for a one-on-one. I've made some videos of it, but I won't go into details. And I know if you can't trust them, don't take 1v1s from them.
Yeah, true.
But for the most part, everybody honors 1v1s. I haven't had any big stab in the backs.
I think, and this is just a feeling I have, but in the beginning, I've always been a solo player. I do like flying in fleets, especially small fleets. 3-4 people, that's really nice. But then you have to go against 3-4 people or more. If you go against like a miner or someone doing ratting, that's not fun. But I've always been a solo. Like if I say one-on-one, I always mean one-on-one. And in the beginning, I asked for one-on-one a lot, and I would say like 50-50 did honor it, and the other 50 like, okay, damn it, I'm about to die. Hey guys, come on in and help me. And that's the game, And I think now when maybe people know me more, I get the feeling that they understand it easier. Like they don't want to be in a video. Like if I get really set up, I might be like, okay, I'll make a video of it and show people like what happens. Not because I'm angry, just because like this can happen, and then they're in a video and they don't want to be there. So either it's that, or they just know me. I don't know. Have you felt any difference from you starting PvP to now, regards to if they honor a PvP or what?
Yeah, when I first started, people didn't know me as well, and I feel like I actually had more dishonorable fights when I was less known. But now that I've been out there for a while, it seems people respect that a lot more, and I've actually been getting really good fights.
All right, so it's not just me thinking that. So that might be a thing actually. If you are honorable in the game, then people recognize that, and the chalk moves around, like people know about you, and then it's somewhat easier.
For sure, and I make it a point. I try to always, I always honor my agreements. If they're going to or not, I'm going to keep my side of the bargain.
Yeah, the same here.
Some pirates like to go out there, and they'll say anything they can to get the kill mail, and they'll be like, "I'm a pirate. What do you expect?" And that's their play style, and I respect that too.
Yep,
it all makes me laugh.
Yeah. I mean, it's all up to you in the end, right? It's your decision. Do you go for it? That's a risk as well. Do you win the PvP? That's also the risk. So,
and if it goes bad a few times, I try to laugh anything off. I don't give this game any salt at all. If I'm feeling burnt out, then that's just that's the time where you take a break and spend a couple days just playing with your kids and not worrying about it.
Yeah, like I think I'm the same. I do get angry when you get a disconnection and shit happens.
Oh yeah.
But like if someone trick me, I don't actually care. It's like, okay, move on. I got a couple of names actually I've written down that is, as in my opinion, real idiots that I wouldn't give any giveaway to, no matter how much they join because they've been a real asshole. But otherwise, it's like, one time I don't care. Second time I do remember names. I'm quite good with names. But yeah.
I didn't know you had a little black book. That's funny.
Yeah, yeah, I actually do. I mean, I have giveaways now and then, and someone told me, like, this is like a year back, pretty much when I started that black book or something, and they said, dude, that guy is a fucking asshole. Why did you give him that? And I was like, I don't know. He's ripping people off all the time. And I was like, yeah, but he won. So that kind of opened up my eye that, yeah, okay, some people, might be real punks. And I started get those people to my, like, on my streams, or they talk to me in game and say, like, stop whatever you're doing, you suck, or whatever. And I'd be like, I'm not gonna give them anything because they don't give people anything. So that's why I have the black book. It's not like he kills me 5 times, I hate him.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's only like people who don't bring positive vibes to others that I feel like, I can be without them.
Yeah. So on that, after you said that, do you have like any nemesis, like one guy who you're absolutely opposed against?
Opposed? No. I'm a very friendly guy. I like pretty much everyone, except people who like is harmful to others, like in one way or another. Like I don't care. Like for example, I love Cobra, man. I think he's he's a really funny guy. I don't agree with what he does, but that is his playstyle, and that he has like 2 characters or whatever, and I respect that so much that I see past that, and I like Cobra for who he is. Like in game, if he would betray me, then of course I would betray him in game. But outside the game, like I think it's a jolly guy. So yeah, I like pretty much everyone except harmful people. People who say you can't.
Like toxicity.
Yeah, or like you can't, pretty much. Like you can't do that. That doesn't work. I think that everything works. You just have to find a solution for it. Some people, like after the video with the virtual RPG video, when quite a few people say, you cannot beat a Balgorn with a Vindicator. And I just feel like, that is just a challenge for me. It has to work.
Tell me what I can't do.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I make that video and if I beat him, what are you gonna say? Like what can you what can you possibly say to me that makes me say, okay, that's fine. I believe in what I believe, and if it's a mistake, then it's a mistake. It doesn't matter, man.
People that are naysayers and say you can't do things, they're the same people who don't take any risk and will never do anything great in the game because they're not willing to do something that everyone else thinks can't be done.
I think so. So back to the game. What ship do you fly the most? Like what ship do you love the most to fly?
My all-time favorite ship that I love to fly has to be the Stabber Fleet issue.
Another Stabber Fleet issue, man.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of them.
Oh yeah. It's a good ship.
Such a fantastic ship.
Yeah. And I never flown it because I don't have projectiles. Yeah.
Yeah, you're missing out. And the funny thing is, I picked the Stabber because way back when the game first started, everybody was going Caracal and medium missiles, and I didn't want to be in the same group as everybody else. So I went Stabber and cannons, just trying to get away from the missile fan club. It turned out being a fantastic ship.
Man, that's another thing we have in common. I always do like the opposite of what people do. So I flew an Omen. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't go Omen. I had a stigma against lasers, so I'm like, all right,
Ah,
cannons, drones, missiles, lasers, and I
all
don't know
right.
why. I never liked lasers.
It's space, man. It's like Star Wars. Do you
I,
like Star Wars?
I do like Star Wars, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Maybe if the lasers sounded like Star Wars lasers, I would play with them.
Yeah. I mean, laser sword is a lot cooler than like a projectile sword, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, can you recall your best kill in the game? Like, I'm not talking money, of course. I'm talking that made you like shake or like, oh my god, this was like the best fight ever. Or
There's been so many. So one of them was the Orthos kill I finally got using a Stabber Fleet issue. And a week or two before that, I took a Siffy against an Orthos, and it was so close. I was one volley away from killing it. And then I had another chance a couple weeks later and managed to take him out. And I actually got that one on video. That's when I started doing my own YouTube videos.
is that your first video?
Were you asking? Um, I think that's my second video.
All right. I will see
So
if I have.
with my videos, yeah, it's just called Eve Echoes Solo PvP and Siffy's Revenge, I think.
Okay.
But I posted when I first started doing my videos. I was just putting them on YouTube for my friends, and they're unedited, raw footage, really boring. So that was my second edited video.
All right. I will have to go back and see if I seen it or. Well, I will see it again then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
check it out.
yeah, of course, man. By the way, I will link
Oh.
your channel on my description so that people can support you by going down there, click there, and get to your channel and watch your videos, of course.
Thanks, Shave. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So,
So,
is there another kill you want to talk about?
yeah, the kills that make me the happiest in this game, like you said, not super expensive kills. I don't get a lot of big battleships, but I love bringing lower tier, weaker cheap fits and getting really expensive kills with them. So the second one I'd be the happiest about would be the Mauler, and I managed to kill a Cinnable with it, and that just had me laughing all day. I was happy all day from that one.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
see, yeah, you don't see many tier 6 ships killing, faction cruisers.
No, and definitely not the Mauler, which is slow and. I mean, did you have beams on it? No, you don't use lasers.
I had,
And missiles?
no, I had rapids, yeah,
Rapids.
medium rapids.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. What was he an experienced player or
He's experienced, and the ship was well fit.
all right.
I think he just got fed up with the Mauler's tank. I was out tanking his DPS, and he was
He
he
gave
was
up.
kiting pretty far
Alright.
out. Yeah, he was kiting pretty far out, and he was being careful not to get weapons scrammed, and he finally got fed up with it and came in close to apply more DPS and didn't get back out.
Very nice. I'd love to hear
There's all
more.
kinds of videos out there. So the best kills I have are against people I know, and like Cobra. I've fought Cobra a few times. I don't think I've actually managed to kill Cobra yet. I gotta fix that. But I know we've had a few fights where he's he's been around a long time, and we used to see each other all the time and in local and stuff. But I like fighting my friends, people I know, which is hard because you want to blow up the guys that you talk to all the time, but you don't want to get them mad at you too. But
True.
I think that's kind of a relationship pirates have. We could go out there and kill each other, and then say good fight, and then still be buddies afterwards.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice. So you hang in Tama now and then, I assume.
Yeah, Tama's great. I love Tama.
Yeah,
I
Tama's
say
great.
people
Yeah.
should all come on down and join us there.
Yeah, I do that from time to time actually. Now it was a couple of weeks ago, I think. But I think I saw you there. I think so, right? I saw you there. Was it when I asked you to join, maybe the podcast?
It was, yeah.
Okay, okay.
We said, we talked a little bit, and you're like, "Hey, come join if you want to."
Yeah. All right, cool.
We talked about starting a Tama pub.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, opening up a station. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have to do that. They have to. Yeah, we have to do that. That would be cool. So you mostly fly around in Caldera space, and you're talking about maybe going to Galente space. Do you move anything down south at all?
I don't really move anything down south. If I have anything south, you're getting close to my home space, and it's CTA ships and my grinding ships that I fly with my corporation.
I have to ask you this though. So I am a space cow, and I've been that since pretty much the start. Now, when I started my YouTube about a year ago, it became kind of serious. So I've been doing YouTube for a year serious, but I've done YouTube for like maybe 1 year and 2 months total. But when I started that, I felt like, even though I wanted to hang with my people, my family, I couldn't, because I couldn't join all the CTAs, as you say. I couldn't be a part of it because I had so much to do with YouTube. And my family, of course, everything mixed together made it impossible for me to join the CTAs. So what I did was I did my mining, I did some PvP or whatever outside, like in Nosec. Maybe a year ago I had to go to Empire, and because I felt I didn't give them what they needed from me, if you understand what I mean. I don't know. I had this feeling that I'm kind of just taking up space, and I'm not doing my due diligence now. Like, how do you say that? Like,
you do diligence.
Yeah.
Felt like you were freeloading off your corporation, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. And I know it might not have been that, but I that's how I felt. So I made a new corporation, and they said, "You're not leaving, man." I was like, okay, sure, I can join Space Cows with my corporation, which is an off-site corporation. So I'm not actually on the CTAs. I'm not actually... Well, I am allowed in NOSEC, I'm pretty sure. If I wasn't, then I go there anyway, because I go wherever I want. But they are still, like, I can still be there if I want to, but it's not really where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Do you feel like that is the same reason why you... Like, how do you feel against your corporation and alliance as you staying in high sec and low sec and not being there? Do you have the same feeling that I had? Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm...
Yeah. No, you're making perfect sense.
Okay.
Now that you say it, no, I do have those feelings, but it's, even if I wasn't making YouTube videos and being a low sec pirate, I still probably couldn't participate as much as some of the other guys in the court because of my job and my family and my kids. That's kind of what molded me into a solo pirate, because that's just a game style that my life could support. But I do feel like I'm leaving my corporation out sometimes on CTAs. I wish I could go more and spend like those 3-4 hour roams, giving it my 100% attention.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. And I've actually talked to some of the guys in the corporation. Psylocke, big shout out to him who leads Spy. They're all really great guys, and I've known them for a long time, almost since the game had started. And they've always been a supporter of what I do, even before I started doing YouTube. They supported me going out there and being in low sec and being a pirate and just getting our corp name out and getting kill mails and making us kind of, helping recruit other players. I've recruited so many players just through killing them, and you're like, man, that was a great fight. Can I join you guys? Teach me how you do it. And so we've had some players come in that way. But no, they're pretty supportive, and I really appreciate them. And all they've done for me in helping this channel and the Ring character and lore kind of grow the game, because it would be a lot more difficult without them.
It's actually hard. I mean, I think that I would work better in a pirate corp or pure solo, which I am now, pretty much pure solo. But yeah, it's really hard actually. It's a tough feeling I have. I don't know what to do really.
Yeah, I understand. And again, these guys, like, they put out the CTAs, but they don't. No one's ever demanded anything of me. I'm not demanded that I have to participate in so many CTAs or so many mining ops or so many fleet roams. They're pretty chill. They're like, hey, you guys want to come support it? Come support it. If you can't, then nothing. No problem with it. And that makes this kind of play possible.
Yeah, I mean they're very supportive on my side too. But yeah, it feels like I'm not helping out defending the space, which I did in the beginning, and yeah, it is the way it is. I hope they understand, and obviously they do.
Right.
How do you mostly pay for your ships in game? Now you fly a very cheap ship, so
my cheap ships.
Yeah,
I fly my cheap ships, and nothing's. They're cheap retrospective. I'm not going out there and yellowing Vindicators like you are. That's pretty awesome.
yeah.
But like I think my Gila is my most expensive ship, and that could be between 2 and 3 billion. But mostly pay for it through grinding missions or doing anomalies and with my corporation. But recently, people have been also. I've been getting a lot of ISK donations to be able to pay for stuff.
Oh, nice.
Keep playing, because yeah, and huge shout out to those guys. Especially Vet Dreams. He's been a huge help. People that like content have been giving me some ISK just to be able to keep playing more, and that's been a big help.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm trying to remember all of them now, because there's been so many people who have donated and supported me either through ISK or ships. It's crazy, and I'm super grateful to all of them.
Yeah, it's like on the spot now too, so it's not easy to remember everyone. So let's talk about a little bit about good stuff in Eve Echoes and bad stuff in Eve Echoes. So how do you think that Eve Echoes runs today? Is the game the way you want it to be?
I like Eve Echoes the way it is, but it's not the way I want it to be. I feel like there's something missing, and the best the game has ever been for me was almost all the way back in the beginning, even before there were scanners. When like a green warp disruptor was 50 million ISK, and there was no insurance, you had to completely buy it, everything new when you lost it. I liked it back then just because the population was so strong and everyone was still learning and exploring. You could go in a low sec, like almost any low sec system, and see 20 plus people there, and it just seemed like everything was thriving and growing. But I didn't really enjoy having a warp to every single anomaly and belt looking for people to kill. That was hard. But there were so many people that it didn't really matter. You could always find someone. Nowadays, you go out hunting, and if you're not in Tama or a strong mission system, it could be hard to find people. And maybe that's just me in low sec, and that it might be time to branch out to null. But I just wish there was more population in the game than there is now. And I feel a little guilty about that. I'm not sure if part of that is all the pirates that are out, killing the mission runners and people learning the game. But yeah, that's just the two play styles there is.
Yeah, I don't think it's the pirates at all. I think people left because of insurance. Pretty much, that is the biggest thing. Dying in this game, I mean, some people are, I'm gonna say a bad word, but like some people are weak, and losing stuff, they be like, all the progress is gone, and there's no way,
Yeah.
like there's no need to play a game where you can lose your stuff. Like some people just want to gain and gain and gain until they have everything, and then they stop playing a game. So this is not a game for them, but most people are okay with dying because they know it's their own fault. But it's the insurance that kills industrialists, and without the industrialists and without the big mineral sinks that we have, and the management over all the items, we have an issue with the market, and we have many people working the market, and not only like I do, but small people that only work the market a little bit. They still don't feel the satisfaction in this game that they were or are accustomed to if they come from EVE Online, or this game is different, and they like to get more people, like it demands a couple of changes. So with that said, like what would you see as biggest changes that EVE Echoes could do to get more people?
Yeah. Well, I think one of the biggest changes they could do is to take this their love for RNG content out of the game and give people more obtainable gold objectives instead of just spending money to roll the dice and to get the things they want to get. I think the game needs to have clear objectives and ways to get to them, even if they're really difficult and hard and require a lot of time. People would enjoy doing that a lot more than pure random spending money, and I think that would help a lot.
How would you say that would work? Like instead of buying, as you say, like gambling for stuff, how would you like, for example, nanocores or items be distributed within the game in a better way?
Yeah, well, I think an awesome way to do it would be kind of like EVE Online, where you could build reputation with different factions through different missions and quests and objectives. If we could do something similar like that in EVE Echoes and work to building up our reputation with different factions for their special cores. Now the purple cores are different, I know. Not sure what we could do differently for that. But to have ways to play for the items in the game and achieve them rather than spending countless amounts of real life money would make a big difference.
Yeah, achieve them is a great word. But yeah, I got a video actually about reputations, but no one is watching it. So, but it's out there.
Oh no!
But, yeah,
I gotta admit I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, no one have. Let's say that you can see in the future. How do you want the game to be?
That's a good question. Seeing the game future being perfect, I try not to compare it to EVE Online. EVE Echoes and EVE Online are different games, and I don't want the complexity of EVE Online and EVE Echoes. But I think it would be awesome to see some of the just the raw content kind of come back over and have the population growing again. And I think that's the biggest thing EVE Echoes lacks is we just need the population to come back.
How many people do you think would fit in this game? I have made a video about this too, but I think there is between 15 and 20,000 playing EVE Echoes right now. And yes, sure, there's multi-boxes too, of course, but let's just say pure pilots. How many people do you think we should have to have a better time?
I think we could see up to 30,000 players. Maybe that's being ambitious, but
oh no, I don't think so.
I think, 30,000. I know those numbers were around there when the game first started, and you could tell.
Yeah, I said in my video that 50,000 would be like the perfect amount. More than that, we would have issues. And the thing about this video, 5 million players on Eve Echo's video that I did, is that if we get more than 50,000 people, the game will be really bad. Like they will have to make some adjustments, like open up the drone lands. We need to have the wormholes and everything. We need to have all that for 50,000 to work.
Right.
How does a company handle a mobile game with 50,000 players when a mobile game usually have 200,000-300,000 players? Like, how do they get the money?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, 30,000, I think that's what we need to have. That's not grasping for too much. I think it's at least 30,000.
Yeah, and money is an issue, and that's I used to pay for my subscription. I don't mind paying subscriptions for good games. Nowadays, I play for my Omega, but I think if the game is good and people enjoy playing it, they're going to get a lot of subscriptions, a lot of subscription pay, and every now and then having a like their RNG money grab, that's not too bad. But when it's every single event, you get excited to do it, and then it turns out it's a wheel system of spending money again. That's what gets, at least in my experience, I've seen people get pretty down about that.
Oh yeah, everyone. I think a subscription would be fine. I do agree with having Omega and Alpha. I don't agree with the tech level. You should train a lot slower. Maybe some stuff could be like behind bars, I don't know. But like T5, I think it's way too small. It's like when you if you want to play World of Warcraft, you can go in actually and play that for free to level 20. And I'd be like, okay, so I logged on, and yeah, you can level to 20. You cannot talk in local. You cannot talk in general. You cannot use the auction house. You cannot use your mail. You cannot interact with people. And I was like, dude, this is an MMO. How should I play this game to level 20 and know that this is a game that I want to pay for? Because I can't do anything with people. And Ivecos have the same thing. You can go to level, like tech level 5. You'd be like, I can't do much here. I can't trade. I have to join a corporation that don't know who I am. I don't have time to get to know them. You have so many boundaries that you can't really express who you are or what you want to do. You can't get the feeling. So I think that is totally the wrong way to do it. But give access to pretty much everything.
I wholly agree with you. It is a problem, and I wish I saw them working towards solutions to changing it. But I don't see NetEase doing that yet.
Yeah, you're an official CC, right?
Requesting to be official, and I'm still waiting to see what they say.
All right, okay. Do you keep track of your kill marks, or are you like me and don't actually care? And if you do, how many kill marks do you have?
Yeah, so I used to count my kill marks when I first started being a pirate, and I remember getting up to 20, 30 kill marks and being super pumped about that. Nowadays, not so much. I'm almost at 1,000 on my Siffy, but I think it looks cool having it on the side of the ship, but I haven't been counting them anymore. I kind of wish, I think it would be more special if, pods didn't count as kill marks. That annoys me. I went for a long time not killing pods. I'd avoid killing pods because I just wanted actual kills. And they clutter my, my character kill sheet and all that kind of stuff. But I think the kill marks are cool, but I'm not too obsessed with it. I'm just looking for good fights.
I was really into kill marks in the beginning. I flew so careful, because in EVE Online, when you die, you lose your kill marks on that ship.
Yeah.
And I was really careful, and I still did my crazy stuff, and I was like, dude, all right, I got 90 kill marks, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then I died. And I was like, okay, shit, I have to do all over again. It's fine. And then I think, because that was I can't remember which ship it was, but maybe it was a Raven or a, I don't know. Someone told me like 2-3 months after that, like because I said something in one of my podcasts, like, you know, I can't remember what I said, but I was totally sure that the kill marks disappeared when you died. And he said, you know that you keep the kill marks even if you die, right? I was like, what? Yeah. You still have it on your ship. And I was like, oh, if I reclaim it? He's like, no, you can buy a new ship. You still have it. I was like, fuck the kill marks, man. Well, what am I supposed? I mean, everyone's gonna have 1,000 kill marks in like 2 years. What am I supposed to do? Like, yeah. So I don't care. I have no idea about my kill marks. I couldn't care less. It's nothing. I would like to have a Raven with 1,000 kill marks and be able to sell it to someone, I don't know, for more money, or, you know, have it like, as I said, like a trophy ship. You know, this is my ship. I barely don't undock it because I got 1,000 kill marks. You know, people know it.
Is that how
they're gonna kill it? Yeah, in EVE Online, yeah.
You could sell ships?
In EVE Online? Yeah. You can sell ships with kill marks in EVE Online.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I mean, some ships are really expensive then.
Yeah, that would make it good. That would make it so much better. And that's what, you know, we go back to talking about risk and loss again.
Oh, yeah.
With no risk or loss, it's just, it takes the excitement and the joy out of playing it. Why even bother?
Yeah, very true, my man. You and me, both solo players, and we've had ups and downs. I mean, we both die all the time. We both kill all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, my start of the game was probably different than yours. So, like, is there anything you can say, like, about your history of Ivecos? Like, where did you start? How did you end up where you are today?
Yeah, so I love that. I started off just by myself. I didn't have any real life friends who I was coming into the game with. And I remember doing the missions, starting off, and one of them popped up saying, hey, join a corporation and get so many skill points. So I just quickly looked up corporations, and I found an icon of a picture that I thought looked cool. And it was Stellar Tyrants. And I joined them. That was my first corporation. And I can't say enough good things. I was so fortunate to get Stellar Tyrants and go off with them. So many good guys, and I still play with them today. So it's been we're almost 2 years in the game now. Stellar Tyrants is no longer around. We were a part of the Golden Horde Alliance, and when that all broke apart, you know, we kind of all went our separate ways, and then we went over to Happy Bees, and then they kind of, you know, the Pantheon Alliance, they broke apart, and we went our different ways again. But through that whole time, Stellar Tyrants, all those guys stayed together. Some of my good buddies, like Mr. Kilroy and ZX Manav, huge shout outs to those, because they've been my buddies through this entire journey, and I still talk to them today. But when Pantheon kind of went down, that's when ST, this happened when I was taking a break from the game. I was gone for a few months, and I came back to find half of ST that I played with for so long, they went over to, you know, No, and they're part of Who now. And then the other half of my friends went to Spy, and I ended up joining up with the guys in Spy with, you know, Psylocke and my buddy Seer. But this game is all about friends and having fun. I just appreciate all of them along the way.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say I was also in Pantheon, man.
Oh yeah,
it's interesting. Yeah. Oh, 1 second, kids. Yeah, keep running like small elephants here. I'm not sure if you hear them.
Sure. I hear a padding feet go across now and then.
Yeah. That's one of them. There's more. I can't remember you, to be honest, and you probably don't remember me either. I was a Diplo for a while, but yeah. It's
Oh, I'm sorry.
don't worry about.
No one wants to be a Diplo.
I know. Okay, thank you, Rainbeard, for being here. It was really interesting to hearing everything that you had to say, and that we actually had this much in common.
Thanks, Sheev. It's been fun. I've been happy to be here, and I'm happy to hear we have so much in common too. I'm looking forward to maybe finding you and getting a fight someday.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
I love your channel and your work. So thank you. Keep it up.
Yeah, I will. I will. All right. And as always, if there is anyone in the comments who want us to be back talking about stuff, tell that in the comments. And don't forget to go back in my description and check out Captain Rainbeard's YouTube and look at his content. You take care, man.
All right. Thanks, Sheev. I'll see you later.
I'll see you. Bye bye.